Please like and subscribe for more tutorial for beginners. New videos every day.
In this lecture, we want to look at your content calendar, and this is another important part of creating a perfect website. When you're thinking about your website, initially, you got to think about how much time you have to invest in your website, because that would determine the amount of content that your website will hold or will have. Nothing is free, really. Either it costs you money or it's going to cost you time. So when you're thinking about your website, think about the content that you want your clients to actually read or to learn whenever they come to your site. And I want to say that when you're thinking about content, it's more important to look at content from the perspective of the quality of the content rather than the quantity of the content. And in the long term, quality always outshines quantity. So if you want to put out a lot of blog content or text content on your website, make sure, even if it's frequent, it's got to be quality. It's got to be very good quality stuff. Otherwise, people are going to get turned off from coming to your site. So when I'm talking about content, though, I'm referring to video content, text content, or links, or whatever is suitable for your particular niche. Ebooks can be the content, reports can be the content that you want to produce. Reports takes longer time to create. Videos can take less time if it's just screen capture, but if it's recording live videos and you're going to go on camera like a talking head, it might take time to actually set up, so it may take time to create. But whatever you are releasing on your site has got to be good quality. That's my main point right there. The other thing to consider is the consistency. How often are you going to release this content on your website? Some people suggest to you that release one big content like a major report or a 50, 20, 10-page ebook, or a content that is like 15 minutes or 10 minutes. Release that once a month or once every 3 months, then have some other smaller content to go with it. It really just depends on what you have time to do. Even if you're using the services of a virtual person, you still need the time to coordinate those kind of activities. But you gotta be consistent. Determine what you're gonna do. Are you gonna put out content every month, every 2 weeks, every week, whatever it is? Or sometimes people put out content every day because that's what that particular niche deserves or demands. It demands that you put out content every day. So you might have to do that. In practice, you're thinking about what your clients demand and the time that you actually have to release content on your website. And then finally, to help you be consistent and help you to plan ahead, you might just use a simple Excel sheet. There are lots of other paid calendars that you can buy. They call them content calendars. But really, when you're starting up, a simple Excel sheet that has the date, the type of content, and who is going to create that content is sufficient. Date, the type of content, and who's going to create it. Just those 3 columns can deliver you and help you to be more consistent than purchasing a calendar you may not use. So start with a simple Excel sheet, and if you feel that you want to do a little bit more, then you can purchase a content calendar online. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Welcome back. In this lecture, I want to talk to you about promoting your content, what you need to do, why you need to do it, and who you need to do it with. Okay, let's get started. Number one reason why you actually need to promote your content is that you want to quickly and effectively get in front of as many people as possible. And you want to get your website generating traffic as quick as possible and as much as you possibly can, because that's the whole reason. Because you want to reach more people, or you want to reach a particular type of audience, and you want to make sure that your content is in their face. Because there's so much content out there that if you're not effectively promoting what you're doing, then you're not going to get in front of the audience that you really want. So you need to make sure rank organically without any kind of activity behind it is going to take so long to happen. So you want to promote what you're doing. Where do you promote this? Well, the best places to start is by using the emails of people that you already have to let them know that, hey, I've put out a piece of content here and this is what it can do for you and this is how you can benefit from it. So go over to my website and read it. Once you've created a website, or when you're in the process of creating a website, you actually need to install a email management system like something like Aweber or MailChimp. Are two popular ones that I've used. Aweber.com and MailChimp.com. They're quite popular and they're quite good. They're good for different things, but my favorite one is the Aweber. That's what you use to generate your sign-up forms so that people can sign up to your content or to receive a piece of content from you or a better piece of content. Let's say one of the things that I do is I'll put out a content and I'll then have a download sign up button that says, if you want the PDF version, you can collect it by giving me your email. And sometimes people respond to that. And that way you keep generating emails of people who are interested in the type of content that you're putting out. So therefore, when you create a new content, you can inform them that, hey guys, there's a new content on. If you're a member of a social media like Facebook or Instagram, then let people know that you've just released a piece of content. You can get your friends to send out an email for you if they have a group of people that they have influence with to also come over and read your content. And finally, one of the things that I've done in the past is I would promote my content with advertising. So I'm going to create a YouTube video and I'll promote it with a YouTube video ad. Okay, so that would generate a lot of traffic to my YouTube page and also to my websites. Those are some of the ways where you can promote your content. Another thing that I've done is I'll use Fiverr.com, find somebody who does press releases, and I'll get them to send the press release of my content to a variety of sources. Maybe they'll send it to 250 press release companies or 250 websites. That's one way of also promoting. Okay, but you've got to promote what you're doing. And how do you do this? Well, like I said, you use the emails, and when you use a company like Fiverr, like I said, another thing that I do is you can send out texts and you can use your WhatsApp. Let's not forget that. You can create a webinar around the subject so that people can sign up to the webinar, listen to a little bit more what you have to say, and then go over and download that content from your website. So that could be one of the ways to do it, because I've done that also before. And definitely one of the ways that I get my content out, like I was saying to you earlier, is to create a PDF. One of the reasons why I create a PDF is that in the PDF I can insert a sales link. All right, so that's another good thing why you create a PDF document, because you can insert a sales link in there so that somebody who's downloaded your PDF can actually go over and buy some of your product as well. And then the final thing is with whom? Well, what I've done, because I've got a meetup group, I've started working with some of the other meetup hosts to create events, right? And from creating events, I'm going to get us to do content together. Or if I read a piece of content by somebody, I might say to them, oh, can we work on this together? For example, on my Udemy page, there's a lady that I've been creating course content with called Lara Fabans. Now, I just mail shot Lara Fabans and we got talking and we kind of thought, oh, you know what? I said to her, can we create courses together? And we've done about 4 or so courses together right now. And the relationship is working quite well because we create courses together. We put it on our websites and we can put it on on Udemy, and we're selling the courses. And that's how you can create content also for your website. I mean, I'm going to use that content. I use that content on my website. So working with people of like minds is really good because they are promoting you and you're promoting them. So I'm talking about Lara Fabans now, And she also talks about me when she does her own stuff with some of her own clients. So you're going to be working with people that can extend your brand beyond what you can do. Creating content with other professionals within your field is an absolute for you to get your name and your content out there. All right then, see you soon.